This is exercise number 8 of your isometric views. Please concentrate here. This is the front view, this is the top view, and this is the right hand side view. This is one of my favorite questions, and this will clear everything about isometric views. If you are able to imagine this two views or three views as one view, that is isometric view, then congratulations to you, because uh, you will be easily able to solve any questions of isometric views. But now I'll explain it. So this is very important to see first the front view. This this is appearing in the one plane because this is a 2D drawing. But here in the top view you can see that there is no portion in here, there is no portion in here, and there is a hollow portion here. So there is some fork-like structure here in the top view, which is not visible actually in the front view. For this reason, this face and this face will not come together while in the isometric view. That means that this face will appear here, but this face will appear here. That means there should be some gap, this much gap. This gap here will appear. For this reason, first you need to uh, or else just place this top view here on the top of the front view, and you will be easily able to imagine. But don't draw rectangles here above, because this is a curvy portion, and this curved portion is looking like a rectangle top from the top only, but there is actually curved portion. So I'll show you some first imagine this, but just observe the hidden lines here. Don't worry about them, they're actually to help you, they'll not cause any problem. So we will see now. So this is our question, front view and top view. First I will start with the portions from the front view. This is your imagination part. So I'm drawing on this face here, but not here, because in the question it is given the right hand side view, which will appear here. So this line is because of this line, and you see that I have completed this face, but not this face. Why? Because this this portion and this portion are not together as viewed in the top view. This portion is coming behind this portion. That is why I've taken some distance, and this is the portion here now visible in the front view. And this width is 15 mm. I have assumed that this is 15 mm width. I'm completing this portion here. Now I have drawn this line, just this face here. I have left this much gap. Why? Because in the top view this gap was there, and now you can see this rectangle visible in the top view. This is the again the other portion, the back portion of your diagram. Now it is appearing like a 3D to you already. This portion is here, this portion is here, and this middle portion is here. Its views are generated by seeing the front view and top view. Now you can observe the hole here. This is the hole. As you can see, the dotted lines here only in this portion, not anywhere here or here. This is the empty space. That is why this hole is coming in this portion only. And you can see imagine the gap, some gap here, and in the back portion also, as viewed in the top view. So this is one hole. Again, this is the hole here as viewed here, and one more hole here. This is the third hole here. But in the front view, there are two holes visible, but you can see in the top view, this one hole, second hole, and third hole. This should actually come in the hidden lines. Just bear with me here. This should come in the hidden lines. And it's also mentioned here, 3 holes diameter 20. So this is going to be our final isometric views. Now it's looking somewhat uglier, but we will draw it beautifully. Do not worry. Now we will see how to draw this. This, as you can see, you have observed already that this is a little bit complicated question because of this arcs which are visible in the front view and the holes. But what I will do is I will simplify this question
by drawing first only rectangular like fork like shape which is visible in the top view. For this reason, and also you can observe that the right hand side view is given in this question, so front view will come on this side. So this length here first, and also observe in the front view that there is some portion which is near and the other portion which is in the middle, which can also be visible in the top view. So for this reason, first I will draw the front portion, that is this 65 mm line, and the height I will take it as 40 mm. This is 40, and if I join that, there is a rectangle formed, but there is an arc here. I am not thinking about this arc anything now. I will just draw the rectangle like fork like shape first. The width is actually not given here, but 15 plus 35 plus 15 is equal to 65 actually. So sorry, 65, then this is 35, then again 15 mm more. So this is first rectangle, this is the central rectangle, and again this is 15 mm. So as you can see that this is 15, this is 35, this is again 15. I'll just erase this portion. I think this is not making any sense to you now, but just wait for a minute and follow me. It will make sense in a moment. And this portion I am removing because as you can observe in the top view, there is nothing in here in the center. There is a hollow portion. Apart from these two curved portions here, there is nothing in here. So this has been completed, and also you can observe that this is not looking like a solid, and I'll just draw a straight line from here. Now it's making some sense to you. And also if I draw this line, so you can feel that here one portion has been formed, here one portion, and also I will draw one more portion here which is in the top view. We can see it is in the center of this portion. So for that to happen, I need to first see that this is the total length is 65, and this inside this length is 35. So I have to align this line first, and then as you can see that from here to here it is 35. So the middle portion will be at 17.5. I am marking middle portion here because from there I can take 15 mm and 15 mm. So better I take this scale here. Now I think it will be visible to you also. This is 35 mm and the center is 17.5, and to draw the 15 mm in the center, I am marking 7.5 mm from here and 7.5 mm from here. So this is 0, 10, 15, 15 mm. So this portion is behind this face, because in the top you can see there is a portion rectangle which has been formed here, and the length of this is given as 65. Observe it in the front view. This is almost 65. So we need to join these two lines first, and we will draw. again I'm doing the same thing. I'm just making a rectangle here. It is actually not there because as you can see in the front view, this is also a curved portion, but still I am making a rectangle here of this is 40 mm, and I can join this till this point. So I will erase some these lines, extra lines, to make you more realistic. Also you can see that there is some one rectangle type portion here in the top view. So and that distance of that is also 15 mm. So I will take 15 mm distance. If don't worry, it seems to be a little bit complicated, but it isn't. Just follow me till the end and you will get this question. And we have to erase these lines. Now it is looking like a fourth portion here, and this line is not there actually. And now what we can do is we can just draw arc here, and here, and our diagram will get finished after drawing the circles inside. So what I will do is I will first draw arcs here. So how much is the radius of this arc here in the front view? As you can see, this is R20. The radius of this arc is 20 mm. So what I will do is I will draw a rhombus as usual, and before I will get the center, taking distance of 20 mm from this side and drawing a line upwards, and also this height is 20, so 40, so center will be at 20. So this is going to be our center of the arc. Extending this line, and now I will draw a rhombus here first, and then I will draw the curve. As it is actually 40 mm, sorry 20 mm radius, so I am marking here at 40, and you can see that just drawing one more line will fetch me a rhombus from here to here to here. So this is a larger diagonal, this is smaller diagonal, and we need curved portion here, 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 and here, and there also. So first we will complete this portion. For that to happen, as we know the procedure first, we have to join this portion from the smaller diagonal corner to the middle lines. To avoid ambiguity, first I will complete this half portion only. Now see that a beautiful arc is formed here. But we have to form one more arc here. For that reason, I will draw this, I will join from, as this is the smaller diagonal, I am drawing from the smaller diagonal to these halves. So this was our smaller diagonal, and we have drawn till the half line from this corner, and from this corner also opposite middle ends. Where these two line meets, we have to just take this as center, and you can observe that one more arc has been formed here. So actually there is no portion in here, and now you can see this arc, but you have to get this behind also. For that, listen here carefully and observe carefully that I am first adjusting the after to this 30-degree line, and then I will draw a tangent first. A tangent of length 15 only. because this width is given as 15 only, so it should not be more than 15. And now from each and every line, this is 15, this is also 15, and this is also 15. See that luckily we'll meet at this middle portion. Now we can join this. This is now looking like a little bit complicated now, but this is it. Now I will remove the extra lines just to make you clear what we have got here. Sorry. Now we have to just, I will darken the portions which are visible in the front view. Just erase these construction lines, whatever we have taken. Now with the H pencil, see that I'm just smoothing this arc. Now it's little bit clear now after erasing all the extra lines. We need to draw the same portion here also. So again the same procedure, a rhombus from here first 20 mm, and this is also, we can just project this here also, but that would become very difficult for you. That is why I am drawing one more time here with 2H pencil. Be careful about this thing. Now the smaller diagonal of the rhombus. So this is the smaller diagonal and this is the larger diagonal. As we did in the previous case, I will draw the middle line for this also. So a rhombus has been formed and the middle lines for this and the smaller diagonal. What we have to do, we can just directly take arc and you can cut here, but as for the procedure goes, I am joining from the small diagonals corner to the middle portions of this. And now you see that a beautiful arc will be formed here. Now to get the arc from here, again from the same opposite corner of this, joining the middle lines, we'll get a center here, and we just need to join this. So this completes, and we can just erase this portion, but we will draw first the back portion of this and then we will erase this. For drawing the back portion, just align the drafter to this 30-degree line which I have drawn earlier, and we need to take the diagonal, the tangent line from here 15 mm only. See that I am measured 15 mm only. Be careful about this. From this point also 15 mm, and see that this point is touching here because we have already measured this as 15 mm, and from this point also 15 mm, and from this point also 15 mm. Oh, you have to take these lines with 2H pencil actually. After erasing it will not look smooth now. That's okay. And if you want you can take one more line, 15 mm. The more lines you take, the more smoother edge you will get. So now I will just draw with my free hands only. I'll erase now extra lines so that it will become easier for you to look for this. And I am erasing the rhombus also. I'm erasing all these extra lines. Afterwards we will darken this portion. Do not worry about this. This has been erased. This is actual our arc. Hence a beautiful arc has been formed here and in the back side of this figure also. Again we will darken the portions which are visible, as we can see in the top view. So we have formed the front portion of this face, and now I am going to draw the back portion, which is also curved here, as we can see in the left corner of the front view with a hole also. So again following the same procedure, as this radius is 20, I am marking 40 mm here, 20 mm here. I am doing this to draw the rhombus first. With 2H pencil only. Again the center point 20 mm. As you can see, one rhombus has been formed here, and also there are two diagonals. This is the larger diagonal and this is the smaller diagonal. As you know, we have to select the smaller diagonal always, and we can join this two arcs from this portion of. So we will from the smaller diagonals corner to the opposite middle lines. See that these points are formed. So with that smaller diagonals corner as center and radius with this opposite corners middle line, I am drawing the curve here. You will get a curve, and you need to get the curve here also. Again I will draw the back portion also. For that, as I have told you here also, for we have to set the drafter again to the 30-degree line first. You can take any line, and from this point take the 15 mm distance, which will obviously lie here, and take one of the tangent points. Draw till 15 mm only. Don't go beyond 15 mm. Sorry, taken it beyond. So see that this portion, it will be, the back arc will not be visible much. Only this portion will be visible of this backside arc. Hence Now I will just erase the extra lines. Now you can see that there is one arc disc-like structure which has been formed and which was visible from the front view. And when coming to our circles, so again the same procedure we have to follow, but here first I will take this center with 2H pencil. So this is the center, and as the radius of this circular holes is given in the question as it is given as 3 holes, they are 20 mm. So if this is they are 20 mm, we need to draw a rhombus of 20 mm side by marking here from center 10 mm at each line at each of the 4 corners, and then drawing the rhombus in here. We have drawn circle by using this method earlier also. I hope you remember. And now from this smaller diagonal, this is the diagonal, smaller diagonal, larger diagonal. I haven't drawn this. Now first I will draw this, then I will take more points. This diagonal as center. So quarter of this ellipse has been formed. Yes, ellipse. It would not appear as a circle. It would appear as a ellipse. Again, from this corner, small diagonal corner to the middle lines, we'll get one more point here. So now we will get one more arc here, and where these 2 points are joining, just keep your compass there and complete the ellipse here as well as here. See that when a hole has been formed, there are so many lines in here. When we erase those lines, you will get this circular shape easily. I'm erasing them. Now you see that. See that from this side there is a hole of 20 mm diameter, which actually can be seen in the top view as the dotted lines here also. And also there are 2 more holes, one here and one here. So again the same procedure, as this was the center, this was our center point. You can measure also from this corner 20 mm. Or else we can make 40 again one more time. So this will be our center. Again the same procedure I am following here. I am marking at a distance of 10 mm from the axis, this side and this side, this side and this side. Now we have to draw the rhombus. Yeah, this you can see the rhombus which has been formed here. Now again, this is the larger diagonal, this is the smaller diagonal. So now I am taking some direct step. I am just joining this two because I think now you are well versed with this method. Now these two are formed. To get one more center here, I will just draw a diagonal from this side and from this side, and there we go. This center. In the similar way, from smaller diagonal corner only. One more point here. See that one more hole has been formed here, but because of these extra lines it's looking cumbersome, and if I erase this it will look somewhat better. This is a hole which is visible from the front view, and also there is one more hole in here. Which has to be formed here. For that again we need to get center of this hole. Again, as this is have to just take from the center line. So this was our center. Again I am taking 10 mm distance to draw my rhombus first. See, this is the larger diagonal and this is the smaller diagonal. So again from the smaller diagonal, other side of the middle also, and from this corner also, and this corner also. Now by taking the compass from the smaller corner and just joining this. So this completes our circle. If I erase the extra lines, it will become very clear to you. So this completes our complete isometric view, and the only thing now left is the dimensioning part, which we will do now. So we'll start from where we have started drawing, like we have started from the front view of this figure. So we have first drawn this Hence our exercise number 8 is completed.
So this is the final solution of exercise number 8. This is the question. This was the question given, and we have drawn this isometric view, and this is its realistic view.